idea of organisational change and development is that you design or you create an infrastructure and you create a framework within which you can deliver important changes for the organisation. So how that process works is that we begin at the most senior level. So that process of organisational change and development must begin with the senior management team, often supported by some technical specialists or experts, but the senior team must make up that group. And what they do is they scope out the mission. So what's the purpose? What are we trying to achieve here as an organisation? What's our vision? So where do we want to get to in the next 3 to 5 years? And what are the goals that underpin that vision? So each of those has to have its own set of success measures. And of course the achievement of those goals leads to the attainment of the vision and enables you to achieve the mission. What's really important at that level is that you have visible management commitment. People will watch the senior team like hawks, and they will expect them to deliver on these changes themselves. So they need to walk the talk, they need to model all of the changes, they need to demonstrate genuine commitment to the vision and to the goals. And it's only really when you've got that senior team alignment and they are really a credible group, a steering group, that you can then cascade the changes down through the organisational structure. So once the strategy is in place, once the vision and the goals have been clearly established, what we tend to do is facilitate a series of TOMs, target operational meetings, for each team within the structure. And what they do is they take the strategy and the goals and the vision and they say, right, what do we need to do as an intact team, individually and collectively, to deliver that strategy? And that may involve making some changes in the way they work together, so sometimes changes in working practices. It may lead to a little realignment of responsibilities within the group. It may cause them to refocus their priorities in slightly different areas, or maybe majorly different areas. And what comes out of that targeted team process is, which by the way can extend for 3 days or 4 days, is a team action document or a blueprint for how that team is going to perform over the next 6 months. But that will be their collective contribution to delivering the organisational strategy. And that blueprint or team action document has to be signed off by the steering group, by the most senior team. And it's their way of ensuring that the alignment is taking place, because all of the action documents need to dovetail down across the organisation. It's a process that really has been tried and tested. It's been used in many organisations over the last 30 or 40 years. We know it works, but it only works when you ensure that all of the elements are in place. It doesn't work if you try and kind of just do it in an ad hoc way. If you try and cherry pick or just use elements of the process, it won't work. It only works when you do it top down and when you ensure that all of the links and interrelationships are being properly maintained. The golden rule, the most important principle of any process of organisational change and development, is that you need to get the people who are affected by the changes involved in making the changes. So the process I've outlined does that, because you can see from the senior leadership team and the steering group right down through to the target operating meetings and through the rollout teams and the health check teams, everyone in the organisation at some level is being engaged, their ideas and contributions are being elicited, and therefore people have a sense of, this isn't something that's being done to me, this is something that I'm an active agent in, I'm an active contributor, I'm a participant in this. And for organisational change to be effective and to be enduring, that has to be the case.